All right, folks. So what we're doing here is a Jeep Wrangler Unlimited Sahara. What we're doing here is the rear control arms, trailing arms, I guess they would call it sometimes. It's an upper and a lower. Now the original ones, the customer changed it and put morose bushings in it. See that? Yeah, the bushings are worn out already. It's only been about a year or so. Yeah, the morose bushings are not that great. So he bought the replacement ones from 1/8 Auto. 1/8 Auto, they will come like this. That's the part number for the bottom one. That's the part number for the top one. Left and right is the same. Now, the hardest part about doing this job is lining up the holes. Now, it's a 21 millimeter bolts. This is a 21 millimeter here, 21 millimeter here. The nuts are these little clamps that hide inside the frame. Okay, you don't have to worry about that one. And this one over here is also another one over here that holds it. The one on top, there is one that's over here. Okay, that one of those special nuts. But over here, you're gonna have to use a 21 millimeter wrench to hold that nut. Now the problem here is after we took the bolts off and took the arms off, lining up the bottom one was the rough part. Okay, now lining up the bottom one, the bolt was a little bit off. So technically, the rear end has to twist. The rear end has to move forward towards the front of the Jeep in order to line up the bolt. So of course you can't get anything in to grab it. You can't twist it. So the best way to do it, well, I'm on a little scissor jack from Benpack. Otherwise, if you do it on the floor with jack stands, you put a little block of wood and you grab that rear end, the tip of the rear end, and what you do is you're going to lift it up and twist it. So by twisting it, you're going to move this eye bolt forward. All right, so by twisting it, this eye bolt is going to come forward and you're going to be able to line it up. Once that's lined up, all the bolts go in like butter. All right, that's another one that goes right in. All right, but like I said, the hardest part is lining up that bottom one. And this is the one with that little special nut over here. Okay, put that on there, and that'll grab right along there so you don't have to use two hands to grab it. And that's about it. All right, like I said, 21 millimeters. Take them off. I did the bottom one first, and then I couldn't line up the bottom and the rear because the bolt was off. So what I did was I loosened up these two here. Didn't take them out. I just loosened them up, and then I did the little jack in the front tip, and I tipped it just enough to line up the bottom bolt. Once I lined up the bottom bolt, I stuck the bolt in there, put a nut on it, then everything else came off, lined up perfectly. I put this one in, and it lines up perfectly. I don't even have to adjust the rear end. So the rear end is actually in a good spot right now. Probably be able to do both sides. All right, 21 millimeter here. This one here just have to use an extension. Come out here towards the chassis. I used my Makita electric impact. The one up on top here, I went through the coil spring with that contraption right there, an extension, socket, and a swivel. All right, that's it. That's the way this one goes. Have fun. Be careful. All right, safety first, guys.